Here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Blues and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Mike, 56, right there. 56. You think it's Mike. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, it's McCarthy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll look to set up his blockers. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
It's a gain of 8.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
He'll look to throw. He's got it. And give him a full 10 yards there, 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down now. It's McCarthy, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll run on 1st down. McCarthy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards into Chicago 1st down. He's settling in nicely here in the 1st quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now. Come on, boys. Go to guys. 56. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
22. Yeah. Like 22, he's coming. 22.
2nd and 6. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Balaj trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, defense. Hey, wahoo!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
Down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Back to throw here. This one complete to Scott Miller. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. He'll find Metcalf. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. It's McCarthy. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he is all the way up past the 25. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
51, Mike. Mike 51. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Bring it.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 2nd and 10. Trubisky, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, he was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Come on.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Now back to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And on now is the punter. as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing here, Trubisky. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, it's McCarthy, and he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And that is going to sail wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League.
Banjo.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Boy, he ran free there after the catch, as that winds up going for 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Hey, go! 180! You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a gain brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Balaj. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup. Relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
56 is the mark. Set the tone. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's McCarthy. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll run here with Balazs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Mike. Crunch time, defense. 53.
Here's Trubisky. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Lock in.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, I-7.
Play action. Now Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Mike, 53. Hey, Zoom. Mike. Here we go. 53 to Mike. 53.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hey, ball. Hey, Alpha. 53. It's going to be a long...
Now it's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd down, it's McCarthy. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation is... And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this 2nd half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the 1st half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They run it with Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. That one good for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Hey, watch it, watch it. Get him on, West. 56, run it. 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And he completes it to Westbrook. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great error. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Go, 53's Mike. Go. 53's Mike. Blue down. Mike, 53. 53.
Trubisky will throw. And this is caught by Evans. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. James has got it. Complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Check.
Again, it's Balaj. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kalen Balaj hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
2nd and 14. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He'll look to throw. And he's got Miller. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McCarthy. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. 2nd and 10. This is Miller, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First down, Chicago.
Ready. 3 to Mike, boys. 43. Check, 43. Here we go. Check 99. Check 99. That's it. Mike 43.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll find Miller. That's complete. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Mike. Ready? Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. I want to work. Bravo. Let's go.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left. Want to save it.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. He's checking. Red, crash. Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right.
And it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Blitz coming, and down he goes. O'Shane Ximines in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Alert! 53. Alert! 65. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll start with a give here to Balazs. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Hey, look, 3. Hey, 18.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
53's mine. Check, 53's mine.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. Now the timeout comes here, and the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime.